welcome to the show. Great to be with you. Thanks for stopping by today. Let me get a shot here so I don't have a pole in my face. How about that? A little better? There you go. And I hope, again, you're off to a good start for your day, or maybe where you are, it won't start till a little later in the day, because we are coast to coast, as you know. Check your local listings for when we air. And Richard Passwater will be along. He's not in studio today. He's on the phone, I believe. Right? Am I right?
Yeah, he's on the phone.
He's on the phone. He's probably... He might be in Dubai for all I know.
That's not impossible. That's what's funny about him. He's everywhere.
I'm serious. The guy, he must have more frequent flyer miles than pilots.
Richard Branson.
Yeah, then Richard Branson, exactly. So here we are, and yesterday I was talking about, fit and fat, and that's a myth. Something else came up today, sort of related, a story that came over the transom about a study regarding women eating processed foods, but who are not obese, who are slim, eat processed foods, and put themselves at risk for cancer. And I thought I would report on that. And I guess the phrase processed foods is said on this show a lot. And then I thought I would devote just a little bit of time to what does that really mean anyway? Processed foods? It's not new, processing foods. It's been going on for thousands of years. And it's typically talked about in a pejorative sense. It's bad news. Well, sometimes you need to process foods. Like when you wash the lettuce, that's processing. The minute you do something to a food that changes it in some form or fashion, that's processing. So you shouldn't always think of processing as bad or negative.
I didn't know tomatoes weren't supposed to be red until yesterday.
They were not supposed to be.
They're supposed to be an orangish color. They're heirloom tomatoes, or the original tomato. I did not know that until yesterday. We went to a fruit stand, and Kristen was trying to explain to me the different fruits when we went there, which then I said, we need to bring Doc here because he's going to show me what to do with these things. And the lady has heirloom tomatoes. Her husband goes every Wednesday night to North Carolina and picks them up and brings them back in a pickup truck.
Oh, my goodness.
So they can have fresh heirloom is that how you say it? Heirloom tomatoes.
At a stand, a fruit stand.
A fruit stand here in the Bay Area.
Okay. So well, look, that's pretty good. If you can find it, right? So I'll talk to you about that off air. Processed foods, we'll talk about that. I'll try to give you some of the highlights about processing foods. It's good. There's the good, bad, and ugly of it, for sure. But it's not always bad. Sometimes you should process foods. And you can always join the conversation. We love it when you do that. And it's easy to get connected to Let's Talk Nutrition Coast to Coast.
You can reach us at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-8255.
So this study was done by the University of Arizona Mel and Enid Zuckerman College of Public Health in Tucson. And they wanted to take a look at the dietary practices leading to cancers in postmenopausal women. It was published in the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. I would say it's a pretty serious journal. Nice to get an article in there. Now, keep keep this principle in mind. Food equals calories. Calories equal energy. That is a basic formula in nutrition. Food equals calories. Calories equal energy. All right. So, you can have energy-dense foods. You could pick one out easily. Candy bar. High energy. Meaning what? A lot of calories. There's a commercial running for IHOP, and they have these two guys sitting across from one another eating all kinds of pastries, and these guys are a little bit creepy with their eyebrows. I don't know if you've seen this commercial. It's
French toast donuts.
Yes, and French toast, apple fritters, and all kinds of stuff. And these two guys doing all kinds of. I mean, to me the commercial's a little creepy, but that's just me. That whole table of food, everything that they show on that table is energy dense. High calories. But what about the nutrition? That's another matter. Nevertheless, in the study, they wanted to look at these high energy dense foods, or what you want to call them, energy dense, higher, where you have higher dietary energy density. And they're usually processed foods. They were processed to be that way. They were made to be that way. Now, they certainly increase your risk for obesity. But in the article, in the study, they point out it increases your risk for obesity-related cancers in postmenopausal women who are actually physically fit. Now, that's the twist. This sort of relates to what was going on yesterday here on the show, where we were talking about being fat and fit, which is a myth. This is related in a different kind of way, but you get the theme here. So these women in this study eating high energy dense foods, energy dense, who were slim and fit, but still put themselves at risk for obesity-related cancers. Man. Among which there are any number of cancers associated with excess weight. I sent Gary a link to the National Cancer Institute on obesity and cancer for your edification if you're interested. It'll be published on our Facebook page, and you can see it's a very nice discussion of obesity and cancer. And there are any number of them. The 13 that they focused on types of cancer include endometrial, kidney cancer, cancer of the liver, pancreatic cancer, correlated with being obese, that were turning up in women who were eating high energy dense foods but who were not obese. Can't make that up. Surprisingly, in the study, the researchers discovered that what might place some older women at risk of obesity-related cancers is not their body weight necessarily, but the quality of their nutrition. The quality of the food. That's not to say that being obese is not a risk factor for cancer, because it is. These the researchers, it's called dietary energy density, DED, dead. Dietary energy density. Come back, I'll explain more, and we'll talk a little bit about processed foods. You might be surprised about how some processing might be a good thing.
I'm Joy McCarthy, holistic nutritionist, and I expect more from my multivitamin. I've researched many vitamins, and what's truly different about Every Woman's One Daily from New Chapter is that it's fermented with probiotics and whole foods and gentle even on an empty stomach. Every Woman's One Daily helps you feel good every day, giving you immune, energy, and stress support, and nutrients for bone and heart health. You will notice a difference. Every Woman's One Daily recently won the Best Multivitamin Award, and I love that it's non-GMO project verified. Discover the wisdom of nature with New Chapter.
Whether you spend your free time on a treadmill, under a car, or in your garden, if your active lifestyle leaves you sore, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce may be exactly what you need. Inflammaforce has a natural herb blend that acts as an anti-inflammatory to help maintain healthy joint and mobility support. There are standardized herbs like white willow, boswellia, turmeric, ginger, and devil's claw. The vegetarian capsule promotes easy digestion and a fast-acting dissolve process. Inflammaforce includes a proprietary enzyme herbal blend full of antioxidants and flavonoids that target pain and inflammation throughout the body. Body Vigor's Inflammaforce contains ingredients that support normal, healthy joint flexibility and function, builds healthy tissue, and helps with your recovery process. So if you're tired of sore joints and inflamed muscles, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce is your answer. Purchase Inflammaforce.
So, quality of food, the quality of the nutrition becomes a variable and a factor in whether postmenopausal women who are eating these high energy dense foods, processed foods, end up with postmenopausal obesity related cancers. And they're not obese. They're slim and fit. Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. What a complicated relationship there. It was published in the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, as I mentioned earlier. As I said, the researchers found out that dietary energy density, which is called DED, DED, that reflects the quality of nutrition, correlates with the risk of cancer in women, even when those women are otherwise physically fit, they said. It's unbelievable. What have I said for 12 years on this show? Nutrition is the first principle of health. Nutrition is the first principle of health. Time and time again, that statement, that principle gets confirmed, reconfirmed, and confirmed yet again. It's compelling.
Every guest that we bring on says the same thing. So between you saying it, guests that are new to the show that they
never, very few, Gary, say it directly.
Yeah.
They imply it. They don't say it directly. Some will say diet is really important. I committed 12 years ago. I said it's the first principle of health. The first principle. That's different than saying nutrition is important.
Well, if you eat Twinkies all day and lay in bed, you're not doing anything good for yourself.
Well.
So, and then if you eat Twinkies and all you do is work out, you're still not doing anything good for yourself.
Exactly.
And I'm getting it, and I'm new to this.
Like I said, you may think I can eat all the calories I want. As long as I burn them off, it's okay. I said that the other day. I said that is not a good idea. Comes along a study, confirmed exactly what I said. I'm not saying that just because I'm trying to be right. I'm saying it because I think about these. This is what I do all day long. I don't get out much. And I devote a lot of time and attention to this. And they keep looking for this mysterious solution that you have to conjure up Merlin or somebody to figure out how we need to do better. It starts with food.
Okay, so yesterday we had healthy food brought in, especially for us.
Right.
We gave it to the people up front.
Right. Put it out in the kitchen. It was gone. By the way, it was gone in a half hour.
Okay, and then this is why. Let me tell you why. They didn't know what they were eating, so they saw pizza, so they started eating pizza. And they came in. There was guys that came in. With Wendy's bags with burgers from Wendy's.
And another studio.
And other studios. And they would take a bite of the pizza, not knowing that it was healthy and good for them.
Right.
And then they threw it out, they spit it out, and ate the Wendy's bags. I'm like, you realize that's non-GMO, non-gluten.
They don't care.
No, it didn't
taste. No, that's right. You're right.
The taste wasn't bad. The taste was good.
Taste was wonderful. Smell, how it smells, how it looks, how it feels in your mouth.
Yeah, that was the thing. That was what one of them said, because it had that weird crust.
See how it feels in your... Exactly. He thought the crust was too dry, didn't he?
Right.
Mm-hmm. This is how we get habituated. Nevertheless, what I'm saying to you is this. Just because you exercise and are fit, if you're eating junk food at a high rate, this high energy dense, what we call dietary energy density based foods, DED foods, you put yourself at risk if you're a menopausal, postmenopausal woman by about 10% for cancer. You may think that's a risk worth taking. Let me tell you something. It is not. And if you can avoid cancer by 1%, you should do it. That's a game. That's a roulette game you don't want to play. And I told Gary a few weeks ago when he came to me to do chemo, I said, you need to stay out of here. Do not come into this world. So you look for every edge. So you have to look at it cumulatively. You may be eating high energy dense foods. You're going to the gym, you're burning it off. But what if you're under a lot of stress? What if you're not getting enough sleep? Then you start that 10% from the energy-dense foods that you're eating, and then what's associated stress and cancer, sleep deprivation, and how it affects your health and compromising your immune system. It all starts to add up. So you just can't compartmentalize one dietary or lifestyle variable. You have to look at the constellation of variables that may be affecting you positively or negatively, is my point. Now, this business of processing, food processing, you got canned meats. What was that cake you just mentioned? The Twinkies. Candy bars, all those foods are ramen noodles. Businesses use food processing techniques to do what? They transform raw foods and ingredients to make new products. That's what they do. Everything from milling grains into flour, crushing seeds to extract oil, churning milk to make butter, mixing ingredients to make them better, or to make batter, baking cookies on the assembly line. That's all processing. Now, we come back, I'll tell you more about processing. Nothing new under the sun. It's been going on for thousands of years.
The perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering. You're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
like it or not, nearly all the food in our food culture is processed in some form or fashion. Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. That's not a hyperbolic or false statement. I didn't say all, I said nearly. Food processing can confer good benefits, and it can undermine the food as well. And we shouldn't necessarily lump processing of foods into one category that is pejorative, right? When nutritionists and dietitians and others talk about processing foods, they're usually talking about the refining of grains, where they remove the bran and the germ, and those B vitamins. But you also have the processing technique of fermentation, which can enhance nutritional quality in food. Fermentation's been around for hundreds, thousands of people have been fermenting foods. When you freeze food, that's processing. When you wash it, that's processing. So, one must be careful not to conflate things and just lump everything into one category. When my mom, and I'm sure some of you listening and watching, the listener or viewer, still jar and can some vegetables and fruits and whatnot. I used to help my mom do that when I was a boy. I can remember down in the basement, we would boil the mason jars, and she would jar peaches and tomatoes. I helped her. It was a lot of fun. That's processing. And put them in the cold cellar. We had like a cold cellar. I'm sure many of you can relate to that. And you should be mindful, too, that you have yeasts, molds, bacteria that can spoil food. And so processing can protect against that as well. And you got these older food processing techniques, drying of fruit. That's nothing new. Pickling vegetables, salting meat, fermenting dairy. We still do those techniques today to preserve food and delay spoilage. So I'm just trying to make a point here, but when we talk about these processed foods that are not good for you, we're talking about that category of food that high in salt, sugar, and fat, low in nutrients, high in calories. The food is made that way. It's processed. It's made that way to be that way to lure you to eat it. Of course, my guest today, Richard Passwater, would never, ever think of doing that, especially when he's traveling to all these other countries where God knows half the time he doesn't even know what he's eating. When they put it down on the plate, that's true, isn't it, Richard?
Oftentimes I don't know what it is. I once was in Korea, and they served 26 types of vegetables, and I think I'm pretty good with vegetables, but I didn't recognize one of them. Some of the times I really don't know what it is.
Have you ever been in a country where you're eating something, it's on the plate, you've already consumed some of it, and somebody says, oh, by the way, those are some part of the animal that you would probably not even think about touching, let alone eating? Has that ever happened to you?
Dr. Garko, I'm embarrassed to admit it's happened more times than I'd like to admit to. Probably one of the more colorful ones is I was in Korea as well, and they were cooking it on a Korean barbecue, and I thought what I was eating might be calamari. Kind of a low-grade, collagenous, chewy calamari. Mm-hmm. And they typed in the Google Translator on what it was. It had a name like mok chang, and evidently mok and means intestine, and the chang means the end, or the other way around. And when the Google Translator translated it, it came up bovine rectum. And I wasn't real hungry after learning that.
Wow.
Wasn't it you that told me that there was a soup, and the soup was constituted of the genitalia of some animal, pigs or something? Was that you?
Fortunately, I don't believe that one was me. I had a soup one time made with live shrimp, where they called it Shanghai drunken shrimp, where they put live shrimps in a bowl and put like a brandy in there with it, and let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then they ate them live. And that was perhaps the worst thing.
Are you serious? You watch people do that?
They were trying to get me to do it, but I used no excuse, was off limits to keep me from having to do it. But they ate a bowl of them, and I was really saying I dodged a bullet here. And then they brought another bowl out, and I thought the night would never end.
So when they put the shrimp in the brandy, that was processing.
It was processing, yeah. Hopefully it at least had some sort of antimicrobial treatment to it, but well, they were certainly processing it there.
Man, oh man. Have you gone into countries where they process the foods in ways that you didn't know about, and you learned something? Is there anything along those lines?
Well, I grew up not eating much fermented foods, and as I've gotten a chance to travel, I've seen some very creative ways that people have fermented different things, and I've taken a liking to that a great deal. Also, I find myself in a situation where I always try to eat fresh foods, and often when you travel, they say don't eat anything fresh. Eat something packaged because it's less chance of picking up microbial contamination.
Right.
And I find myself having to make decisions. Do I want something that is more nutrient dense, or do I and maybe take a risk of
getting sick,
up with getting sick, or taking a more nutrient depleted food? And I initially erred on the I thought it was safety first, and I would go with the more processed foods, and it took a toll on its health, Dr. Garko. So then now I try to eat fresh and more, and take some risks. And I've picked up food poisoning and a parasite along the way, but I think in the end of it, I'm still better off eating the more nutrient dense fresh stuff.
I don't know, man. Parasites and whatnot. I don't know. You think you could eat an apple. You don't wash that apple. You're in some other country, or salad. You say, well, I'm going to wash it. Well, the water's contaminated. You're washing it with contaminated water, man. When I traveled, I had to go to Mexico a couple of times. One of the folks who we were traveling with got deathly ill. Almost didn't make it back. We'll be back.
Whether you spend your free time on a treadmill, under a car, or in your garden, if your active lifestyle leaves you sore, Body Figure's Inflammaforce may be exactly what you need. Inflammaforce has a natural herb blend that acts as an anti-inflammatory to help maintain healthy joint and mobility support. There are standardized herbs like white willow, boswellia, turmeric, ginger, and devil's claw. The vegetarian capsule promotes easy digestion and a fast-acting dissolve process. Inflammaforce includes a proprietary enzyme herbal blend full of antioxidants and flavonoids that target pain and inflammation throughout the body. Body Vigor's Inflammaforce contains ingredients that support normal, healthy joint flexibility and function, builds healthy tissue, and helps with your recovery process. So if you're tired of sore joints and inflamed muscles, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce is your answer. Purchase Inflammaforce exclusively on Amazon.com.
Passwater is my guest. We keep telling you that he works for Biominerals. I am now convinced, after all these years, he's really in the witness protection program, as I have accused him of being, given that he's always on the move. And where are you today? Why aren't you in studio here with me and Gary and Steve?
I miss being there in the studio with you and Gary and Steven. It's a good time. But earlier in the week, I went up to Oslo, Norway.
Like I said, go ahead. What are you doing in Oslo?
I got to meet there. I was watching you on streaming, and it came on and interrupted us. I apologize.
No worries.
With a PhD-level clinical nutritionist and a world-leading expert in doing eyebrow styling. And it was a very nice event.
Wait. You were in Oslo, Norway with experts on eyebrow styling?
And nutrition.
One was a clinical nutritionist, a PhD-level clinical nutritionist that is a real hair expert, and the other guy was a world-class eyebrow stylist. And we talked about the benefits of Biosil for hair, and especially how they affect eyelashes and eyebrows. And it was quite an event.
This is sort of like putting a nuclear physicist together with a junk food expert. Well, it doesn't make any sense. Oh, it does make sense. I see what you're doing. So Biosil can make eyebrows and eyelashes more thick, or what? What are we saying here?
Yes, they have. We get a lot of very positive customer feedback on eyelash and eyebrow, and the gentleman Fred Hamilton, who's in Europe, he's the leading stylist for eyebrows, and they're shaping them to different people's faces. And
find him, Gary.
He started using Biosil as part of his clinical practice, and his wife, a PhD-level clinical nutritionist, and she did some research into Biosil and found that it does, in fact, improve circulation, to bring more blood to the dermal papilla, to improve the quality of hair, to improve the functioning of the dermal papilla, the hair formation site, and to increase the amount of enzymatic activity that's making the hair not only on the head but in the eyebrows and eyelashes as well. And
did you ever dawn on you after all these years that it would do that?
We've gotten some very nice customer feedback regarding eyelashes from people who had nice eyelashes, and then they became thinner as they became older. And we also got quite a bit of nice feedback from people that tried wearing those eyelash extenders for a while and then got tired of it, or no longer had the money to do it. And when they stopped using the extenders, their eyelashes were in bad shape. And so I had some
some anecdotal reports,
customer feedback.
Yeah,
we didn't have any clinical data.
Right, you had some anecdotal. You had anecdotal data.
Some anecdotal data, yes, absolutely.
Well, what's the guy's name? The eyebrow guy?
It's Fred Hamilton.
Fred Hamilton. Okay. All right, let's go to St. Petersburg, Florida. Joe, welcome to the show.
Hey, Doc. I've been on Biosil for months now, and I take 2 a day. And my experience with that is, well, my hair on my head's not growing, but I tell you, my beard grows twice as fast, and I gotta shave more often. I'm upset about that.
Well, just get it transplanted to your head, man. Yeah, if you can. What do you think of that, Richard? Do you think that the Biosil is inspiring his beard, causing his beard to grow faster?
I do think it's making it grow faster. I apologize, it didn't work on his head, on the scalp. There was a pilot study done on hair loss management. You know, hair loss is very complicated and it's not well understood. There can often be lots of different factors involved. Some are related to seasonality, to diet, sometimes medications, stress. It could be a variety. Genetics are, of course, in play. And in a pilot study, all the patients took two placebo capsules for 2 months, and they there was no change.
Doc, I got a question. Should I increase the dosage?
No.
The two capsules is the proper dose.
Okay, that's what I take.
Yeah, that's the best dose. When we've tested higher levels, the results haven't been better. The product works primarily by activating enzymes in the body, and once they're all activated, taking more doesn't
activate more.
Yield.
Yeah. So this is interesting. Does the Biosil, in terms of affecting hair, making it thicker, more healthy, also apply to men and women? It's not gender specific to either one, is it?
That's correct. It's not gender specific. It can increase the rate of hair growth and the quality of hair, such as the thickness and strength of it in both men and women. It works independently of sex hormones, so it can work in both. Regarding male pattern baldness, there was a 6-month study where 66% of the people regrew some hair after 2 months, and 89% regrew some hair after 6 months. Most of the hair regrowth was moderate. Some were quite significant. And I'm convinced that if somebody starts using the product soon after the hair loss starts occurring, it has a much better chance to work. Once the dermal pulpea, the hair formation site, doesn't have active or viable fibroblasts in it anymore, Biosil's not really a candidate to help stimulate that hair formation site to make new hair.
I understand.
There still has to be life in the hair formation site. If you can catch it early, it has a good chance of working. If somebody's been bald for a while, Biosil's probably not going to.
We found a video of Fred Hamilton working on this woman's eyebrows. Gary found it. We're showing it now. So, Joe, I don't know what to tell you. Male pattern baldness is, it is what it is. But lest someone think that Biosil is only for hair, not true. Only for skin, not true. Or for nails, it is all for all three. But it's for all connective tissue in your body. Dollar for dollar, it is one of the best all-around supplements that you can take on a daily basis. I'm absolutely convinced of that. No doubt about it. The contributions that it makes in terms of hair, skin, and nail, but all connective tissue. Richard will get into that. Where is he? Oslo? Where is that guy?
Everyone
That's not Howdy Doody time. That's for sure. You remember Howdy Doody. Welcome to the show. Great to be with you. There's a flash from the past. You don't know who Howdy Doody is, right?
I do. There's a little puppet.
Just a little puppet. Richard Passwater is my guest today. We'll find out where he is. He had alluded to Oslo. Maybe he's in Norway. I don't know where he is. He's usually in the studio. And we're going to be talking about Biosil. We've talked about it before on a number of occasions. Always something to learn with that product because it implicates connective tissue in your body. Not just your hair, skin, and nails, by the way. So we'll get Richard to explain why you can look at that product as a health and beauty product, but you can just look at it and understand it and talk about it just from a health perspective, notwithstanding, this quote-unquote beauty aspect of it. And it does work. That's what you need to know. It does work. And we've been talking about it for a long time on this show. And now you have a number of celebrities that have picked it up and endorsing it. And Richard will tell you about that. And you can always get in touch with the show. And what I want to ask Richard to do today, if he has a moment, is just to review, when we say connective tissue, what are we exactly talking about, and why would that be of any importance to you? It's of importance to me, I can tell you, and we'll get him to do that a little bit. Join the conversation. 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-8255. And I have a question from Dale out of Tampa through the Facebook, and it is, does it help with scar tissue? Good question. We'll talk about that. Download our app, the LTN app, onto your handheld device, computer.
We have an Android or iPhone. You can download either or when you go to the Android store or Google Play. And it has 3 options. Simple. Videos, contact us, or you save money when you go to Vitamin Discount Center online and you type in Garco and you get a $5 off a $35 purchase.
Can they download it onto their laptop?
Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
Okay. So,
real quick talk. We were mentioning about the product and how it works.
Yes,
and I think that was Joe's point. He called back afterwards. He was like, "I didn't want them to think that I didn't like it." Joe's always kind of a bubbly guy. He was basically doing the it didn't grow hair in my head, but now I've got to shave twice a day kind of thing. So he called back. He's like, "I love it, and I'm still going to use it." So he wanted me to make sure you guys knew that.
I was afraid he was going to say something about growing hair in some parts of his anatomy that you'd have to bleep them out on the air, because after all, this is not a nighttime show. We can't be talking like that. But we have a delay. What is our delay, Stephen? 7 seconds? Yeah, we do have a delay. So, connective tissue. This is really an important concept. And when I took my anatomy and physiology class, that was we spent a considerable amount of time talking about connective tissue. And Richard will sketch that for us, what it is, why it's important, and so on. Richard, welcome back. Are you in fact in Oslo now?
I was in Oslo earlier in the week, but I'm in Destelbergen, Belgium now, right outside of Ghent at the Biominerals headquarters.
Destelbergen?
Destelbergen, Belgium.
How do you spell that?
Beautiful place.
How do you spell that?
Destelbergen.
And what language do they speak there now?
They speak Flemish, which is somewhat like Dutch. They speak French and English.
Mm-hmm. I had a professor who was Dutch and tall guy. His first name was O.P. Dr. Zylstra was his name. Op Zylstra. So I got to ask, what's the food like?
The Belgian food is really outstanding. The Norwegian food was I was just there for a short time, and they took me out for Mexican food because they thought I liked it because my wife's from Mexico. I do. It was very nice of them. But here in Belgium, the food's much better than in Norway, and you have to come over one time and taste it for yourself. My favorite dish is this white asparagus that they grow in the springtime. It's a rather simple, but at the same time very sophisticated meal, and I really enjoy it.
Wait a minute now. I'm in Norway. I'm in Oslo, and you're telling me that if Gary and I were to go over there and do something, a show or whatever, we're going to find a Mexican restaurant?
They took me to a street food Mexican restaurant twice.
Were the people actually Mexican that ran the place and owned it, or no?
No, they didn't appear to be, but it was pretty authentic.
I was going to say, because if they were, they had to get there by design, because you couldn't make a mistake and just lose your way and end up in Oslo.
When I went to Guatemala City, I had Chinese food twice. It's funny.
So, Mexican restaurant in Oslo, Norway. Can't make that up. They use a lot of gravies, don't they?
Yes, in Norway quite a bit.
Yeah.
They have a lot of like sausage type foods.
And, Wow, see.
A tremendous amount of seafood. The standard fish dishes, and then every other thing that crawls or swims in the sea, I think they eat in one form or another.
Mm-hmm. And so you're in Destelbergen, and the Biominerals is in Dent, the company, right?
Yes. It's again sort of a part of the, or Destelbergen is sort of part of the Ghent metropolitan area. I'm looking out a window right now at a forest, and there's a little farm on the other side of it. It's a very beautiful place. 50 shades of green. Very nice.
Destelbergen is a municipality located in Belgian province of East Flanders, if you wanted to know. Okay. You get around, pal. Go ahead.
I always tell people that you think I'm part of the witness protection program, and I'm
convinced.
A step ahead of the guys after me.
I'm convinced.
I have a lot of fun with that.
Let's go to Rufino. He's not in Destelbergen. He's not in Oslo. He's in Georgia.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rufino. Welcome to the show. It's great to have you on.
Yeah, it's good to hear from you, Doctor. I haven't talked to you in a while. I just wanted to chime in real quick about Biosil. Oh, my gosh, that stuff's awesome. I actually have customers coming back with deep lines they had under their eyes, and they're going away. You know, that's the Biosil, I'm just going to tell you, you know all about it, but it pretty much restarts the factories in your body, and you create your own collagen by, instead of putting the bovine collagen,
right,
which does help. This actually creates your own collagen, and I'm seeing incredible results, Doctor. I just wanted you to know, every fine health store should have this in their store, because this stuff's awesome.
Yeah, you're in Georgia, right? I'm
in Clarksville, Georgia. Yeah, we're in the path of totality for the eclipse.
Everybody's talking about the eclipse. Ada Zinc is the name of the store. We encourage other proprietors, owners, managers, whatever, of health stores to call the show, just like Rufino just did. He follows us on Facebook. He plays the show in his store. He has it up on a big plasma screen. Customers sit there and watch it. We love that. That's great.
Absolutely. I share you on my page, and everybody listens to you from their house, too. And, yeah, you're just very popular around here.
Well, I appreciate that. We appreciate your support. And that's what goes on around here, Richard. You see how that works?
Well, we thank you very much for calling in, and the very kind words and the very eloquent description on how you explain how it works.
Absolutely. We come back. We'll talk some more. Connective tissue. What's it connecting anyway?
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract. Available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit Kyolic.com. That's KYOLIC.com. Or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymedica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymedica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is Dr. Michael Garka, host of the nationally syndicated health talk show, Let's Talk Nutrition. Way too often, dietary supplements cost way too much. Not so at Vitamin Discount Center. Here's why. BDC sells leading national brands up to 50% off MSRP every day. Competitors' prices are matched for identical products with proof of price. If you're in the military or are a first responder, you get an additional 10% off BDC's already discounted prices. BDC even offers case discounts. And you can get connected with BDC's VIP mobile text program for additional savings and customer rewards throughout the month. The choice is clear. You can save at Vitamin Discount Center. For a store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com or call 813-907-7066. That's 813-907-7066. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace for a good night's rest naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural factors where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Just as a sidebar, in case you didn't know, on Monday, August 21st, will be the total solar eclipse. And you're being encouraged not to look at the sun and to wear proper glasses, I guess, right? So you don't harm your eyes. This this is an interesting event. It's a phenomenon that's pretty remarkable for sure, where the moon will pass between, it'll get in between the sun and the earth and blocks either all or part of the sun up to about as many as 3 hours. And it's from Oregon. Where is it going? From Oregon to...
Like Bryson City, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Right through that area.
Yeah, Rufino said that he was going to be in the totality portion of it. So I guess it's going to dip into the Georgia area, at least where he is.
Mm-hmm.
Which is where, the totality is where it's completely blocked out.
Blocked out.
Here in Florida, we'll get a partial, and places north of the totality line will get some as well.
So, the eclipse begins when the sun's disk is partially blocked by the moon, and that partial eclipse can last over an hour. And then you have they have the partial eclipse, the diamond ring they call it, and then Bailey's beads. I mean, go online. The totality with glasses off, final stages glasses off. The other stages you have to have glasses on. So get smart about it, and go and please, if you are in those first 3 phases, partial, diamond, or Bailey's, you have to have glasses. I'm just saying, you destroy your eyes. Richard, where will you be on Monday?
On Monday, I'll be back in my office in Berlin, Maryland.
There you go. So, connective tissue, what does it connect?
Well, connective tissue is one of the 4 main groups of tissues in the body, and it's basically what holds all the organs and the other parts of the body together. And what it has in common is it has a collagen framework. Collagen's a strong, flexible, fibrous protein. Pound for pound, it's stronger than steel, but it's much more flexible. And the collagen with its sidekick elastin form the framework of the connective tissue. And you see it in the skin. The skin's about 75% collagen. It's in the dermis area of the skin. It's what gives it its suppleness, its flexibility, its thickness. It's also what reflects light from the skin to give people radiance. But it's also all throughout the body in these connective tissues. As an example, the bones, 30% collagen. It gives bone flexibility, and it serves as the template for the deposition of calcium phosphate crystals to give density and bone density and more defined shape to the bone. Mm-hmm. And then joint tissue is generally about 70 to 90% collagen. The cartilage that's on the end of long bones to allow it to glide instead of grind. The tendons that hold muscles to the bone, and the ligaments that directly connect bone. They can get up even to 90% collagen. And collagen, it really forms the framework of all the connective tissues to hold organs in place. And
so it's collagen. Lungs, so collagen's intimately and I guess inextricably connected to connective tissue. So connective tissue, are the categories loose connective tissue, fibrous connective tissue, and cartilage? Are those the 3 categories generally?
Those are 3 big broad categories, absolutely. And there's 28 types of collagen that have been identified, but they all have some similarities in the way that they're made, the enzymes that make them, the amino acids that form them, and they have slight degrees and differences, but the biological process to make the collagen is very similar in the type 1 found in the skin and the bones and ligaments, tendons, and the type 2
sure.
The cartilage as an example.
Mm-hmm. Now, fibroblasts are cells, and are they responsible for generating connective tissue as the body?
They are. They are the factories that make the connective tissue. They make collagen and elastin. They make hyaluronic acid and other glycosaminoglycans. They also make enzymes that tear down old damaged connective tissue so the body can repair it. And they are the factories. And then enzymes are the factory workers that work inside the fibroblasts and around the fibroblasts to actually do the hard work to assemble the collagen.
So how does Biosil what impact or what effect does Biosil then have on the fibroblasts and then the enzymes inside the fibroblast? Is that what it's working on? What is it doing? What is it doing?
It is. It is. Enzymes are powerful machines in the body they either tear something down or, in this case, build it up. And enzymes generally need a vitamin or a vitamin-like compound and a mineral to function properly. And Biosil serves as a cofactor to activate, support, and protect many of the enzymes that are required to make collagen.
And these enzymes are within these cells called fibroblasts.
Some are inside and some are around.
Okay. All right. Now, Biosil is not collagen. It's choline stabilized orthosilicic acid, right?
That's correct. It's a vegan product. Doesn't contain collagen or animal product of any source. And people often ask, what the difference is between something like Biosil that is a collagen generator. It activates enzymes and protects collagen, and collagen supplements, and or eating collagen, and when you eat a protein, your body breaks it down into amino acids.
And that's what collagen. Collagen's a protein.
That's correct.
So when people are eating collagen products, they're eating protein, and it gets broken down like a protein.
That's correct. And so some of these amino acids could theoretically be used to build new collagen.
All right, we'll figure out why that's not a good idea to have them break down.
Are you suffering from those awful allergies? Hay fever? Sneezing.
Women who are pregnant or planning to have a child have specific nutritional needs. Maintaining optimal nutritional intake is important for mother and baby. Body Vigor's Preferred Prenatal can help mother and baby receive the appropriate building blocks for growth, development, and healthy function. The Preferred Prenatal formula provides essential vitamins and minerals, along with added support ingredients such as folic acid and DHA. Preferred Prenatal also incorporates a bonus herbal blend to help the mom-to-be with the uncomfortable side effects of pregnancy, like nausea, vomiting, mood swings, and uterine health. Support a healthy pregnancy for you and your baby with Preferred Prenatal, exclusively on Amazon.com.
back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, and glad you could stop by today. Richard Passwater is my guest, talking about connective tissue and why Biosil is a excellent idea to nourish your connective tissue. This does get a little complicated, anatomically when we're talking about connective tissue. As you learned a moment ago, fibroblasts are the cells that generate connective tissue. And you can have loose connective tissue, fibrous connective tissue, then you can have hyaline cartilage. And connective tissue or connective tissues are made up of a matrix. You've heard Richard mention this on other shows. And that has living cells in the matrix and non-living substance, which is called ground substance. And that ground substance is made up of organic substance, like usually a protein, and then inorganic substance like a mineral, such as mineral or water. So you sort of getting this picture, right? You got, I don't know if you can find an image of that, of the matrix that it shows connective tissue, where they have the matrix and the ground substance and the cells. An image will illustrate it perfectly. And the principal cell of connective tissues, as I said, are fibroblasts. And these fibroblasts, the Biosil is working on the fibroblasts, and there are enzymes within and outside the fibroblasts, and that's where the action's happening. Welcome back, Richard. It's sort of hard to explain, but this is one of the most important principles of our anatomical structure. That matrix made up, and the ground substance and so on, the collagen, these different forms of connective tissue. So
it's really the glue that holds us all together, and it certainly affects our appearance, but at the same time, it affects almost every aspect of health, because it holds the organs in place, helps the body maintain its posture, allows joints to function. It's really, in my opinion, the glue that holds everything together.
So the protein fibers that are found in the connective tissue can either be collagen, elastic, or reticular fibers, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Collagen is a very strong, flexible fiber, and elastin gives it is more elastic. I'd like to say it's like those new jeans where they're 95% or 97% cotton, and then they have about 3% spandex in it, and the most of the strength of the jean comes from the collagen or the cotton, but the elastin gives it a little bit more spring and helps keep it nice looking. Mm-hmm. And elastin and collagen in the body have a very similar relationship.
Mm-hmm. And we're showing on the screen connective tissue examples. Where you have loose connective tissue, and then you have adipose tissue, and you have hyaline cartilage and compact bone, and you can see. There are some other images. I'm going to give Gary this one site. He can find it. I'll give him my computer, and he can find it, where they show, if you're watching, they're going to show you, we can show you what loose connective tissue looks like, where you have elastin fiber, fibroblast, and collagen fiber, and all these different types. So, and if you go to the top of that file, you'll see we'll see if we can get that up there. It's important to understand, I mean, if that's why we like having the streaming of the show, because we can show it. Now, not everybody can watch, because they're, they may be driving or whatever, or may not choose to.
I love the diagrams you use, Dr. Gorko. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words, and sometimes my words are so misguided, a picture's worth 20,000 of them. So I appreciate it when you help me out with these diagrams.
Nope, help me out too. So connective tissue, ligaments, tendons, arteries, go down the list. Richard.
You've got the skin. The body has over 60,000 miles of blood vessels in it, and they're about 40% collagen and elastin. The arteries, the arterioles, the veins. You've got tendons, ligaments, and cartilage in the joint. You've got the scaffolding that holds organs in place. The gastrointestinal tract in some places is as much as 65% collagen. The lung can be as high as 80% or 85% in some areas even. It really forms the framework all throughout the body.
So this is not just a beauty product. This is a structural integrity product that a person would need to consider taking as they move deeper and deeper into the life cycle. Because the collagen's breaking down. I mean, that's part of aging. That's one of the major aging processes. I mean, I know we often talk about the immune system becoming compromised and so on and so forth, and how we look and how we are able to move and function as that collagen matrix begins to degrade, that's a lot of aging is hooked up with that notion, isn't it?
It is, and these tissues are all interrelated with one another. What you see in the skin is happening throughout the body, and I think it started in the 1940s. There was a famous American physician named Fuller Albright. He's widely regarded as one of the 5 most influential U.S. physicians, and he was an endocrinologist, but he was one of the leading osteoporosis researchers of his time. And he said he could look at a woman's hand and determine whether she had osteoporosis, because the older women that had osteoporosis that he treated had thin, transparent skin on their hands, but the older women that had good bones generally had thick, less transparent skin. Then in the 1960s, there was a dermatologist named McConaughey who determined the same type of collagen, type 1, that was in the skin as in bones. And about that same time, there was a group of orthomolecular doctors in the U.S. that started to advocate looking at people's earlobe to try to gauge their arterial health, because the earlobe is pretty much all collagen, and unless in the condition of that collagen can give somebody an idea of what the collagen deeper in the body looks like. So they said if people with big creases in the ears, and it wasn't due to clunky jewelry, they were at higher risk for having poor vascular systems. And then there was a Professor Sam Schuster, an English dermatologist, did a lot of studies in the 70s, 80s, and 90s where he looked at the skin and the bones and different people, young people, old people with different genetic problems, and he found that there was a clear correlation between the skin and bone. And the most recent study I've seen on it is from Yale University. There's a professor there, Professor Powell, P-A-L, who first she did a study with organ prolapse and found that...
Hold your thought. We'll come back. We'll have the LTN Health question of the day, $25 gift card. Right answer.
Did you know that the most common form of calcium supplement today is calcium carbonate, also known as limestone? You don't eat rocks as part of your balanced diet, so why don't you choose to supplement your bone health nutritional needs with limestone? Our bodies understand and seek whole food sources of nutrition. New Chapter is proud to deliver Bone Strength Take Care, a calcium complex that delivers key bone health nutrients in the form of whole food, not rocks. Bone Strength Take Care also delivers key bone nourishing nutrients, including vitamins D3 and K2. Vitamin K2 is of critical importance as it ensures calcium is placed in the bone where it's needed and stays out of the arteries where it's not. Discover for yourself the whole food bone health alternative to rocks. Bone Strength Take Care, the best-selling natural bone health supplement in America. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
Is getting a good night's sleep a challenge? Fortunately, there's a superior fast-acting sleep formula called Tranquil Sleep from Natural Factors. This non-habit-forming supplement contains a unique combination of melatonin, 5-HTP, and L-theanine, which works in harmony with your body's natural sleep hormones. Tranquil Sleep can help you fall asleep, stay asleep, sleep sounder, and wake up refreshed, all without feeling drowsy in the morning. The key benefit comes from increasing the time spent in the deeper stages of sleep. It's only in these deeper levels of sleep that we truly experience the rejuvenation, regeneration, and recuperation that sleep provides. Even if you think you get a good night's sleep, give Tranquil Sleep a try. You might be surprised with how much better you've slept by waking up with more energy and enthusiasm to start your day. Learn more at naturalfactors.com.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. North American Herb and Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN health question of the day. Turns out that collagen is the main structural protein. It is a protein, a structural protein. And it's found outside the cell. It's called the extracellular space. It's the space between cells. And if it ever occurred to you to ask the question, how do all those billions of cells that make up tissues and organs and organ systems hang together? Well, that's how they hang together. It is that those cells get connected to one another with that extracellular space, right? In the various connective tissues in the body. So it's the main component of connective tissue, collagen is. It's the most abundant protein in mammals. Here's the question. How much does it constitute the whole body protein content in humans, for example? Okay? 15 to 25%, or 25 to 35%. How much of the whole body protein is constituted of collagen? 15 to 25%, or 25 to 35%. It's an abundant protein. There's a clue. Here's the number to call to win the prize.
877-897-8255. 877-897-8255.
It's interesting. In music, Richard, there's you can play. You're playing notes, but there's times when you don't play notes, and there's space, right, between the notes. And musicians, the good ones, figure out that you don't have to be playing a note all the time to make music. That the space it becomes very important in between notes. And certain musicians know how to do that very eloquently in musical terms. Turns out in the human body, that space between the cells becomes critical, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It has a huge impact on the way the cells function.
Yeah, what goes on inside the cell, of course, is a miracle. But that extracellular space, there's intracellular and extracellular means outside the cells. That space, man, and collagen is so implicated in that. That's why this product is so important as we age.
As an example, in the fibroblasts, the cells that make collagen are heavily influenced by their shape, and they have this elongated shape that kind of looks like a little bit of like a star. And if the collagen network around the fibroblast breaks down, the fibroblast loses that shape, and it doesn't function as well. And many of the cells in the body are heavily influenced by their shape, and they need those collagen fibers to hold on to maintain that shape.
Sure.
The same with organs. And I love the analogy you drew with the music and the musician using that space to
space between notes. You got space between notes. You got space between the cells. That space seems it's the cells and the notes that are important. Well, the space that's what really sometimes ends up being so critical. Let's go to Joseph again in St. Pete. All right, so how's your beard doing?
I shaved this morning. We'll see. I'll go. Doc, I really use the product. I know it's got a lot of other benefits. I definitely will never stop using the product. I was just joking when I said that it actually made my beard grow. Well, it did, but it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
So I didn't.
Oh no, I get it.
Harm against the product.
No. No worries. I know you weren't.
Appreciate the kind words.
Yeah, you're not trashing the product. We know that. So what's the answer? How much of the whole body protein content of the body is made up of collagen? Is it 15 to 25% or 25 to 35%?
I'm going to go with 25 to 35%.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Is that about right, Richard? 25 to 35?
Yeah. That's a figure that's commonly used, generally about 30 to 35%.
Congratulations, Joseph. You won a $25 supplement gift card.
Thank you, Doc. And tell him that I do encourage other people to use Biosil. Definitely. I try to push the product because I love the product.
It's a great product. No question about it.
We appreciate the support, and thank you very much.
So you'll be headed out of Belgium here when? Tomorrow or when?
Saturday morning. I'm heading out, and I hope to see a baseball game in Baltimore on Saturday night, and then I hope to be in the office early next week.
Mm-hmm. And what are you doing? Meetings and whatnot there at the office?
We have some meetings, and we had a study we got to meet with some of the researchers about.
Good.
And we met with a distributor that handles Belgium for us this morning.
So they speak Flemish, French, or English in these meetings?
They're very kind, and they speak English so I can understand. When they don't want me to understand, they can speak one of the other two, because I don't understand Flemish or French well at all.
Yeah, I took French in college, but yeah, it's good. Well, you take care of yourself over there. What winter there? What's going on?
It's getting cold in Norway. I felt like they were in fall already. Here in Belgium, it's still summer. I think it's in the high 70s and sort of has an afternoon
pleasant
downpour right now.
Yeah, pleasant.
Very pleasant.
Well, you take care of yourself. Safe travels. And we'll catch you the next time. We'll hope to see you in studio. We always enjoy having you come in. And Biosil, sold in fine health stores throughout the United States. Can they go to, was there a website, biosilusa.com?
Biosilusa.com, yes, sir.
You learn a lot about it. And it's one of my favorite products. It just remarkable. It works, it works, it works. Take it for health and beauty, inside, outside, and whatnot. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow. And tell your friends, tell people that, you may even not like so much. Be kind. Tell them about the show. And go to our Facebook page, like the page, share the page, and we'll like and love you back. We love doing this show, and we love being with you each and every day, Monday through Friday. We air 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and then everything's on demand as well at letstalknutrition.com. I always end the show and I say, your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you. And I mean it.